Back on Hittin Hard with Jon Chuckery here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. Head to youtube.com, put Locked On Sports Atlanta in that search browser. When you get there, hit that subscribe button. Over 3,000 subscribers now. Thank you greatly for all of that. Free and available on all your favorite podcast platforms, including Spotify and Odyssey. Give us a 5-star review and follow me on my Twitter page at JMCH316. Talked about Desmond Ridder, yesterday. And look, I thought it was a good performance. I liked the things that I saw. I thought he had a lot of moxie. Obviously, he had the game-winning drive and all that kind of stuff. Now, at least we got a little bit of confirmation. So take this for what it is. Pro Football Focus went in and ranked the rookie preseason debut of quarterbacks from this draft. Matt Corral came in at number 6. Sam Howell came in at number 5. Malik Willis came in at number 4. And at number 3, the Atlanta Falcons quarterback Desmond Ridder. Quote, Ridder's performance wasn't nearly as ugly as his 10 for 22 for 103 yards stat line may suggest. One reason is that those numbers don't include the 54 yards he picked up on the ground. The other is that he was barely off on a number of his big play opportunities. While the ball placement was one of Ridder's biggest knocks coming out of Cincinnati, his misses weren't egregious, and he erred on the side of safety for the most part. He led all rookies with 3 drops from his receivers, resulting in 32 air yards lost. With starting receivers, his stat line would have looked considerably better. And they go on to say a couple of other things. By the way, the first 2 guys, Bailey Zappi, the pick for the New England Patriots, and the number 1 was Kenny Pickett, who was outstanding. And look, a lot of people thought that Kenny Pickett was the most NFL-ready quarterback coming into the draft. Bailey Zappi, the kid out of Western Kentucky, he's a guy who hucks it all around. But so, look, it's everything that we thought and hoped that it could be. Was it outstanding? Was it mind-blowing? No. But was he really good for the Falcons? Yeah. I don't know that you could have expected or hoped for a lot of different things in the performance that we got. He showed you his ability to get out of the pocket. He showed you his ability to be able to run it and use his legs downfield. He showed you that he had that kind of clutch gene in him, right? Say what you will about preseason, but this coaching staff is trying to change up the culture. And we talked about this, that, look, it may be a first preseason game against Detroit, but the mindset needs to be anytime we line up against somebody with a different colored hat on than what we have, we're going to knock their dung in the dirt and go beat them. We're going to make sure that the scoreboard at the end says that we have more points on our side than they have on theirs, and we're going to win. I don't care if they cancel the football game against the Jets on Monday and they play checkers, or they play, whatever. They play Yahtzee. Okay. They can play Yahtzee on Monday. They can sit down at a card table and play Yahtzee or play dominoes. And I want us to win. And so do they. So it was important for Ridder to lead that team on that drive and capitalize on a turnover. Those are all things that you want to see, especially in a guy's first performance. When he's trying to figure out the NFL offense, he's trying to figure out everything that goes along with it, right? And we've talked before. One of the great things about Ridder is the stage is not going to be too big for him. This guy has been in Notre Dame and he's won. He's played Alabama. He's played Georgia in his college career. He's played top dogs in his college career. He may have played at Cincinnati, but his ability to run that team and take that team to the college football playoff, which included a win in Notre Dame, right? And he has made appearances against Georgia and Alabama. Played Alabama in the college football semifinal. Played Georgia last year, right, in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. So the stage is not going to be too big for him, but you wanted to see it come together. And that was the good thing about Ridder. And I've said, look, my favorite draft pick is Desmond Ridder in this draft. So I thought everything you could have asked for came out perfectly for Ridder. Let's talk real quickly here about my friends over at Coffee AM, coffeeam.com. You know how much I love these folks. And look, I'm drinking their coffee every single day, man. I got my big cup of coffee that I make every morning. Make me a pot of coffee, chug it all down. Listen, here's what we got going on. Coffeeam.com is the place to go. The best small batch coffee roaster in America. They're located right here in the state of Georgia, up in Canton. Great online company. All of your coffee needs, teas, gift sets. You're looking for organic. You're looking for flavored coffees. You're looking for K-cups. You need tea varieties. Everything is there. You want to grab a mug while you're up to do it. So here's what we got going on. Go to coffeeam.com/locked on. coffeeam.com/LOCKEDON. When you get there, go through their menu, check all the different product lines that they have available to you. Put together that first order, right? Load it all up, okay? Because here's what we got going on. When you get to checkout, I want you to use the coupon code Locked On. Coupon code Locked On, LOCKEDON. Use that coupon code at checkout. Get 15% off that first order you place of coffees, teas, and gift sets. Locked On to get 15% off that first order of coffees, teas, and gift sets. Everything is there for you. Check it all out. Coffeeam.com, the best small batch coffee roaster in America. So, look, obviously, Ridder is not going to be the starter when week 1 happens, barring an injury or something like that to Mariota. We know he's going to be the backup. And Arthur Smith has also said that he's going to get an immense amount of playing time as well. Okay. If my options are playing Franks to get him some reps and stuff like that, or playing Ridder, play Ridder. Play Ridder as much as possible. If Ridder can go out there and play 3 quarters against the Jets, let him play 3 quarters against the Jets. If he has to play, maybe he plays 3 quarters of the game against, maybe he starts and plays 3 quarters of the game against the Jaguars because you don't want to play Mariota. Fine. Then let Franks mop up let Franks have mop up duty from there. But I want to see as much of Desmond Ridder as we can. And as I've said before, and I've said on this show, I've said on the radio, look, you're not going to have the final book written on Desmond Ridder through preseason and even whatever he plays this year, whether he plays a little or he plays a lot. We're not going to have the final book written. It may go in a good direction. It may not go in a good direction. No matter what direction it goes, you're not going to give up on Desmond Ridder after a year. It may influence what your decision-making is. And I've said before, if you have a top 3 pick in next year's draft, you have to seriously consider quarterback, right? I mean, me personally, if I'm in the top 3 and I can get my hands on either Young or Stroud, I'm going to take one of those guys. But you can't argue with the success that Desmond Ridder had. It was so many good things to point the arrow upward. And I love the kid. I love the program that he came from. I love his head coach. I think Luke Fickell's a terrific coach. If there was ever a coach in waiting, if anybody ever leaves Ohio State and they offer him the job, Luke Fickell will be at Ohio State in just a minute, right? He can have a job for life at Ohio State. But you have to like the moxie and the leadership and the ability that Desmond Ridder showed out there. Yeah, he's got some things to work on. He's got to work on his accuracy. He's got to work on, reading and learning to be in the pocket and reading defense and things. He's got to learn some of that stuff. That's cool. That's all quarterbacks in the league, right? That's all rookie quarterbacks that come in the league. All those guys have that learning curve and they need that upside to it. But it was all good to see. And now let's build off of that performance this past Friday as they get ready for Monday to go up to New York and take on the Jets. And where I think it's really going to show is when they get into some of those they get in some of those practices and stuff they're going to have with the Jets, with the Jaguars, right? When they come back down here. I expect he's going to given that performance, I think that we're going to see a crap ton of Desmond Ridder both next Monday and that Saturday. Because remember, they're going to turn around pretty quickly to play that final preseason game. 6 days is what they're going to turn around and play that game in. He's going to play a lot, and he deserves it. And let's see what he can do. He's not going to start, but I'm. It's all happy and all go with Desmond Ridder and what he's done so far, both in camp and watching him and that preseason performance. All right, well, thank you so much for making Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery your first listen every day. Make A to Z with Mark Zinno your second listen every day. Mark's back talking all things sports here in Atlanta. And, of course, opinions that are kind of strong. You may not always like them, but you got to listen. He's free and available on our YouTube page at Locked On Sports Atlanta. Hit that subscribe button. Be a part of our community. Leave us a comment there. Free and available, too, as well. All of your favorite podcast platforms, including Spotify, Odyssey. Download us today. Leave us a 5-star review. And then give me a follow on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. Back with you tomorrow. It's been Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery, Locked On Sports Atlanta.